Hello? Okay, alright, all of a sudden the microphone is working now. I don't know what was going on just now. The mic was not being picked up, now it's being picked up. So, what's going on, guys? A very impromptu decision to live stream here, but, I mean, we do have a trailer tonight. I wasn't sure if I was gonna even make it home in time, but I did, so I guess this is what we're doing now. We're just gonna stream until we get the trailer. Alright, Vocaloid, what's up, man? Orange Juice Lord, what's up, bro? Alright, just to kill some time before more people show up, because this one wasn't really, like, scheduled or nothing, we'll just go ahead and watch some of these defenses, and it seems like my defense has been kicking some serious ass, because we have not a single loss here. Alright, we'll start with this first one. Alright, let's make sure animations are on. So this guy here, we have a Winter Byleth at +1. Interesting, with Special Fighter as well. That's like so pointless on him because he already... Fire Flood Boost is giving him guard. And then he nullifies guard inflicted on him, so he doesn't like really need acceleration. And his special is a one-hit cooldown. So, like, this has got to be the most useless seal you could give to this guy. Alright, then we have also this Winter Edelgard, Bold Fighter. Now, I prefer different seals on her than Bold Fighter, but of course, the guaranteed follow-up is pretty juicy. Then we got Goto there, and we got Peony. We have Mommy. Ooh, okay. Alright, so of course she's got Attack and Speed Scowl, and then Attack and Speed Ruse. So she can do Schism, but I'm not running Catria, so that's irrelevant. And then we have also a +4 Yuri here. Alright, what do you guys think the banner is going to be tonight, by the way? Because, like, I have no idea what title they're going to go for. Just, the first thing that always comes to mind is Engage. Because it's the most recent thing. It seems like, now that Choose Your Legends has passed, it seems like they're going to want to just spitfire all the Engage stuff that they can get out at once. At least that's what I hope. Insane Mind says 3 Houses banner. I hope not. That's the one thing that I would not want to get. Oof says trailer drops when? In an hour? Yeah. Pretty much in an hour from now. Easy Rod says hoping for an Arcane Staff unit. That would be good. Oh, actually, Hortensia, who I have on the thumbnail, could be a good choice for an Arcane Staff. Although that depends, though. Like, do they want to give her a regular staff or make her an Arcane unit or what? But I wouldn't be opposed to, like, Arcane Staff on Hortensia. Because she, like, the most valuable thing that she does is use heals, assists, and then Kanto the hell out of the way in Engage. So, it would make a little bit of sense for her. Vocaloid says Pandreo, demote please. Oh, that's totally gonna happen. Pandreo would be from Solm, though. I think they're going in order. So we had... What was the first one again? The country where Alfred and Citrine are from. I can't remember the name of that country. I think it wasn't Brodia. Brodia is the one with Diamant and Alcris. So Alfred's country, which I can't remember the name. Then we had Brodia. And then I think next is going to be Elusia, and then Solm will be after that. So they're basically going in order of how we saw the countries in the actual game. Okay, we have Tina on offense. That's different. All right, then we got Edelgard, Freya, and Lumera. Yeah, lots of Lumeras lately. I don't know. She doesn't seem like she's particularly that effective, at least not against my defense, but I mean, she is the bonus, right? So, like, people are probably just running her as a bonus mythic. Firine, that's what it was called. Thank you, Nesh. Yes, my memory name game is off. Nils says, yeah, it's a new hero banner. Yeah, this one's not going to be seasonal. This is going to be a regular banner. So, when I say regular banner, I mean we're going to get like 3 heroes that are not going to be in the standard pool, and then 1 hero who's going to be in the standard pool. So like an arcane hero, an attuned hero, and then, I don't know, probably another attuned hero. Just give us like all heroes that are not going to return. So it's essentially a seasonal banner, even though it's not. Oof says, so far arcanes have gone to minor lords. Alfred, who has no ring, and Alcris, who has no ring. So Hortensia makes sense. I don't appreciate the way you spelt that, by the way. Come on, man. I know people don't like her, but what is she, like 12 years old or something? Or at least she acts like it. She's like the Elise of the game, so you don't have to go that far. And really the only thing I don't like about Hortensia is that I think the voice actor is the right pick. Like, the voice is the correct sound. It's just that, like, she's hamming it up way too much. She's trying way too hard to be cute. And it's not working. So, I would have liked it if they just took a chill pill on that. Yeah, I like Hortensia. Well, I don't really like much of her character, but I do like how good she is as a unit. That's kind of my same take on Vale, too. Like, I'm not a big fan of Vale. I actually hate Vale. I do not like Vale at all. But Vale is a pretty good unit. So I do end up using her regardless. Oof says, I'm so used to calling her the other way, LMAO. I didn't even mean it this time. Okay. Alright, you're forgiven. But watch it, man. Chill. She's literally the Elise of this game, so that does not seem appropriate. Brand Against. Hortensia's overall character design didn't work for me, but her story and arc is one of the better in Engage, in my opinion. Yeah, I feel like Elusia just clean sweeps. Elusia is just the best country. They have the best lords or just princesses, and then they have also the best, what would we call them, retainers in this case. So Zelkov and Kagetsu, and then Goldmary and Rosado, like, they're easily the best. All 4 of them are the best retainers. And then the 2 princesses, who I also think are the best of the, like, minor lords. So, yeah, it's like a clean sweep for Elusia. Even their king, like, Hyacinth, I thought he was the coolest one out of all the leaders. He's the only one that's kind of threatening, too, as a boss. Because he has the knuckle weapon to give him brave attacking. So, yeah, I personally thought Elusia was the best country. Shadow Demon says, hey, Tacho, I wanted to apologize for being super emotional with my current situation that is happening on here. All right, you don't have to apologize for that. It is depressing. Like, I really don't like hearing stories like that, but I mean, where else are you going to tell it, right? You're among friends. You can speak your mind here. Still currently trying to find work. As for prediction, I think it's Engage. I would hope it's Engage. And I would hope for a better situation for you, Shadow Demon. Yeah, we all know work is very hard to find right about now. But it gets better. You just got to keep trying. Okay, so we got Peony here. We have Kagedo. Alright, I think after this one, we'll hop into the arena modes because we're starting to get some people in the chat. Alright, then we got Seder Uller. Oh, Uller with Hexblade. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would be cautious about giving this unit any skills before her remix because there's no telling what they're going to give her. For all we know, they will just give her Hexblade as a start-a-turn bonus. So, yeah, I would probably just hold back on giving her anything for the moment. Alright, then we got Lumera again, and then we have Marth there. This Marth is one of the few good far saves because he's got Vantage. But, of course, you would want to give him attack and speed far save instead of Attack and res far save. Brandon again says, agreed, Elusia clears the other countries. Brodia ended up being a letdown for me. I think Brodia is probably my second favorite. I would have liked Solm a little bit more, but the problem with Solm for me is that the retainers aren't my favorite. I like Panette, but I wasn't a fan of the other ones. Like, Pandreo, not my thing. And I don't even remember the other ones besides that, so it just goes to show how much I remember the Solm retainers there. And then Tamara's okay. I don't like that she has to sing a song about everything. But, I mean, I guess she's okay. She does come with Ike's ring, which is awesome. And then Fogato is basically just Laszlo, except if Laszlo actually had game. Yeah, because Fogato doesn't seem to have any issues getting dates, right? Like, he actually has some game there. But the problem with Fogato is that he's hunting girls that don't want to go out with him. Pandreo slander. Yeah, Vogel, I wasn't a fan of... Well, I guess nothing against Pandreo. I just don't really care much for him. Oh, yeah, that's the other guy, Bonet. I forgot about him. The chef, right? I think he was a cook. Yeah, that's another retainer I wasn't a big fan of. I felt like Brodia had so much setup to have a tight story, but ended up kind of petering out. Yeah, that's another issue, too, is that the payoff in Brodia didn't feel all that great. It's kind of jumbled together. Like, the story of Brodia is very intertwined with the story of Elusia. Because you get to chapter 10, and it's like two stories all in one. Like, Brodia has been completely usurped by Elusia. They've taken control. They have their king as a marionette that can do whatever they want. But, like, the real enemy there is Elusia. And then the whole time you're fighting with Brodia, you keep on encountering Ivy the whole time. She's like an enemy that keeps on popping in and out. So I thought Elusia for me was a little bit more well fleshed out, so to speak, than Brodia. Brandon again says, I waifued Marin on my first playthrough, so I'm a soul simp. Yeah, Marin is okay. Like, all the dagger units are pretty good. Like, on the real, daggers are actually, like, insane in Engage. So, you can use all of them, honestly. You can use Yunaka, Zelkov, and Marin if you want. And reclass more characters into Thief if you want. That wasn't what I did, though. When I play Fire Emblem, I like to have one character of each archetype. So, like, I'll only use one Thief, I'll only use one Swordmaster, one Hero, etc., etc. I don't know why, I like congruency like that. Where I'm not just, like, completely abusing mechanics and stuff. That's just how I've always played the games. But that's more of a thing, like, from the Game Boy Advance era. Because back then, you would literally only have to choose one or the other, because you couldn't branch promote characters. So if you're going to use a Swordmaster in FE7, for example, you either go with Guy, or you go with Karel, or... Who else is a Swordmaster? Carla. Hell. Who the hell used Carla in FE7? It's impossible. You get her at the very end of Hector Hard. You don't even get her on the regular playthrough. You have to play Hector Hard to get her. And then she's all the way at the end. On, like, one of the final Gaiden chapters. It's impossible to... And she's not even good either. Like, using Carla is a complete joke. Which makes me wonder why they even gave her as much love as they did in this game. It's like the weirdest thing in the world. Like, of all the characters you're going to give love to, is going to be Carla from FE7. Nils says Marin's class is pretty cool too. I like the Cav Flyer units with weird mounts. Yeah, that is also cool. Another example of that was the Griffin characters from Awakening. That was so random. Like, why not we have Griffins? Like, what a weird choice for a mount. Because it doesn't really fit. Like, typically you're either a Pegasus or a Dragon. Now, the coolest mount, in my opinion, was actually the one from Fire Emblem 8 that we never got to be again. And I don't know why, because it was so awesome. The Wyvern Knight class. The one that... What's his name is? Walter, I think his name is. Yeah, like, his mount is so cool looking. But it's all for nothing, because it's only in that one game. You don't get to use that class ever again. Alright, Darrell says, yo, Tacho, shout out from Queens. Hey, my man, that's what's up. I am also from Queens. You know, Edelgard always steal the show. I would not be surprised to see a tuned Edelgard on the upcoming banner. Oh, please, God, no. Not so soon after we just got the Christmas one. Like, could they at least give other people a chance besides 3 houses? Nils says, are there any Griffin Flyers in Fae? I don't believe so. Huh. Yeah, I don't think there are. I feel like that would have been something I would have remembered. Maybe one of the seasonal classes has a Griffin, because, like, they have the Kinshi for some of the Fates flying units, like Legendary Hinoka, Kinshi Hinoka, and a couple of other characters ended up getting those too. But I don't feel like we got a Griffin, though. I think I would have remembered something like that. It probably would have been on a seasonal banner, if anywhere, though. Oh, we still have Lynn's duo skill here, too. That would be good. We could just get these boots right quick. Let's see here. We're basically done. Like, Basilio is the only enemy we didn't beat yet, so... I mean, we can take it easy from here on out. Child of Azura Reborn. I was personally a fan of the Kinshi Knights. I liked the long tail feathers. Yeah, the Kinshis are pretty cool. They basically just look like peacocks to me. No, but for real though, my favorite mount ever was the one from FE8, the Wyvern Knight class. It's like a really thin looking wyvern. Specifically Walter's too. His had the coolest color scheme too. It was like dark blue on the top and then purple on the bottom. Walter had a really cool looking mount in that game. Alright, Kai Jernigan? Kai Jernigan, I think. Forgive me if I'm not saying that right. If it's an engaged banner, which country would it be? Solm or Elusia? I'm pretty sure Elusia would go before Solm, because that's what we encounter first in the story. Or do you guys think it'll be a left turn and be the Xenologue units? Oh, I don't think it would be that. Because weren't they supposed to do something about the I remember a while ago for last year, for the Choose Your Legends last year, they had this thing where they said they were gonna give out units of all of the characters that did better, like all the characters that improved the most from the last Choose Your Legends, and I believe Desai was one of them, like that boss from Fire Emblem Echoes, and then also I think Deepvar was one of them too. And we just never ended up getting what they said they would deliver. So they just, like, putting out empty promises left and right. They were also supposed to give us a, like, duo Matthew and Layla. They asked us to do a vote for who we thought would be the coolest duo hero to get. And the fans voted for Matthew and Layla, and we never got that as a unit either. So, I don't know what it is, man. They just keep breaking all their promises. They don't care. Their word is not to be taken as gospel, apparently. Brannigan says, call it the end of service banner. Please, no. Nah, we've had way too much power creep lately. Like, from Christmas, I thought they were going to chill out after Christmas for a little bit. And then it's like, nope, here comes Leon, just ending everyone's turn before they get to do anything. Yeah, because that's real fair, right? Awesome game mechanic. Just line up with a row of characters and you can end all of their turns. Like, if I had Leon right here, I could just end everyone's turn. How fair is that? That's not fair at all, man. And then they gave him Kanto also, so he can position into a better spot and have a better shot at activating his duo skill. Larry the Cucumber. I want to use more Gale Force, but I don't like Edelgard. Well, I don't know what to tell you, Larry. That's pretty much how the devs have defined it. It's just, you want a Gale Force, you got to use Edelgard. Well, you don't have to use Edelgard, but it just so happens that Edelgard units can move 3 spots a turn. And for some reason, they're the only ones that can do that, besides Gulvig. Nil says, maybe if they don't do the Emblem units in order, we'll get Emblem Camilla, Emblem Edelgard this year. They're totally going to do Emblem Edelgard at some point. And she's going to be stupid, too. She's going to be like, she gives you, what is it, Blazing Storm? When your character uses their action for the turn, they get another one. I could totally see some nonsense like that. Like, you thought -1 cooldown was good from Marth. How about just take a complete other turn? Oh, geez, this Lyn is... Oh, wow, that's why. Buffer 4 Lyn. Yeah, this Lyn got significantly buffed by Distant Counter M and also Buffer 4. Yeah, this Lyn is a menace now. She wasn't so much when she came... I mean, she was pretty good when she came out, but then they did the Halloween... Who was it? Halloween Soren? Or not Halloween Soren. Halloween... Corrin, who was basically just a better version of that Lyn. But not anymore. I mean, you can finally get a lot of mileage out of that Lyn now. This is not looking good, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to have to use items here, but then... This... Wait, no, she's not going to be able to heal. I think her heal is on the duo skill, right? Yeah, it's not on her rally. Yeah, because the other Ymir heals when she does her rally. And I don't even have... Yeah, of course. I don't even have the lightning charm right now, so... So much for that idea. I guess we just try to bait with Lumera then. I mean, I'm not fully confident that's going to work, but... What else can I really do here? Yeah, it's pretty much this is the only thing I can do. Alright, hopefully this Vital Astra kills. We have Special Spiral 4. Okay, thank God. Darrell says, that's new. The new Myrrh is very annoying in battle. Needs stronger new hero units for sure. Yeah, Myrrh is pretty good, actually. Mainly just because of the Warp Bubble, more so than her save abilities. Blue Skull says, who's better, Gogeta or Vegito? Man, I gotta go with Gogeta. Specifically Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta from GT. If you guys never watched GT, or like if you started with Dragon Ball Super or whatever, then you have no idea how insane it was to see that Super Saiyan 4 fusion. For years, that was the strongest character in the series. And then they were just like, nope, we'll just go ahead and... We'll just remove him as a factor. We'll create Dragon Ball Super, and then we'll invent all these new transformations that are less cool than Super Saiyan 4, by the way. Like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue, those suck. Like, come on, they're just different hair colors. Since when did Dragon Ball be all about, like, rainbow-colored transformations? That's not what it was about. It was about just powering up. Not to change your color, but to just get bigger muscles. And to scream for 5 hours while you're doing it. Alright, so I don't know how we won that fight, but somehow we did. I pulled out some black magic there. Alright, now we have easy fights to go, because I'm allowed to use... like these things now. I was pretty happy. I was able to free pull this Shez with tickets on one of those those ticket banners with like all the seasonal units. So I was pretty happy about that because I had killed my one copy of Shez for LOL Speed and Defense 4. Alright, Crimson1M says, watch it be more Three Houses, because engaged characters are weaker than the plot of Revelations. I don't know. Like, what is the power scaling for engage? I'm not too sure. I don't think Alear is that powerful. At least not comparative to, like, some of the other games. Tellius is definitely the strongest still, I think. I feel like Three Houses gets very overrated in the power scaling because people just assume, oh, it's the most popular game, it's the strongest. No, it's... Three Houses is actually probably weaker on the power scaling factor. Because you think about it, all of these students have not even graduated War School. They're all still literally students. Like, I know they're probably about the same age as the other cast in the other Fire Emblem games, but those characters at least are war savvy. They've been to war before. They know what's going on. But literally, school ends before the time skip happens before everyone is able to graduate. So they never graduated War School. So how are we supposed to trust these people that are literally still students in a war? Like, they don't know how to fight. They don't know what's going on. Bradigan says Ike definitely dunks on most Fire Emblem characters' power levels. Yeah, not just Ike. What's funny is that I don't even think Ike is the strongest character in his own game because the Laguz Royals are so busted. The Laguz units in Fire Emblem in the Tellius games are just so stupid. They are cracked beyond belief. There's a scene where Kurt Naga transforms, and Kurt Naga blows up an entire castle. Like, just with his breath. That's one of my favorite scenes, too. Like, what other character, what other dragon has been shown destroying an entire castle? That's not a final boss. Like, one of the dragons that we are able to play as. I've never seen Tiki do that. Tiki's supposed to be the divine dragon. She's never blown up a castle, though. And Kurt Naga's not even the strongest dragon in his own country. It's his Pops is the strongest. In any other game, too, like, Digincia would be the final boss in any other Fire Emblem game. Digincia is probably about as strong as Grima and, like, all those other legendary, like, evil dragons and the mythic dragons. Digincia is probably about as strong as all of those guys, and he's not the final boss in Tellius. The final boss is God. We fight God at the end. Just more reasons why Tellius is the best. Larry says Marth's series might not be the strongest, but he fought in 2 wars back-to-back. Beat a dragon twice, that's got to be something. Yeah, that's like some Simon Belmont energy. Like, you beat Dracula, and then you just revive him yourself to kill him all over again. That's what Simon Belmont did. He beats him in the first Castlevania, and then in Simon's Quest. He literally resurrects Dracula just to kill him all over again. That's some Marth energy right there. Okay, this guy's got double saves, double far saves. I'm going to need something crazy to crack through those two, so let's see here. How are we doing on time, by the way? Alright, we got like half an hour. I mean, when in doubt, Sanaki. Right? Yeah, when in doubt, just Ninja Sanaki, just blow up everything. Brand Against says Raisin is also one of the best dancers in the series. I think it's unanimous that Raisin is the best dancer in the series. He's a flying dancer with Kanto that refreshes all adjacent allies. You could refresh 4 units with Raisin in 1 turn. And he flies, and he moves like a billion spaces, and then he has Kanto. So, like, who is a better dancer than him? I know in some of the older games, the dancers could dance like all adjacent units too. But they sure as hell weren't flying units with Kanto. I remember in... Which one was it? I think it was Path of Radiance, where you get the specific equips. I used to always give Raisin the Demi-Band, so he would just stay transformed permanently. So I could just always use him to get the 4 dances. Because otherwise you have to do the like whole transformation thing, and it really sucks, like transforming in... whatchamacallit, in Path of Radiance into your Laguz form. Because they didn't have form shift, they didn't have the Laguz gem or anything like that. So transforming was kind of hard. But not if you use the Demi-Band. Tiago Lorero says, hey Tacho, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Every day is a good day when you stream Fire Emblem Heroes. Oh, wow. Hold on. We can't even beat our own... we can't beat ourselves there. Sanaki can't beat Sanaki. Alright, let's just get iGreen to do it, I guess. This unit is so stupid. It's just legendary Camilla for infantry types, except with even more firepower. Calvin says, I thought Raisin cannot equip the Demi-Man. I'm pretty sure he can. Because I'm very sure that I've given it to him before. And that's typically what I do. I'll give it to him out of all the characters you can give it to. Chris Lee says, I do want to revisit Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn now that I'm an intelligent adult and not a dumb kid. I played them when I was a dumb kid and I still loved them. There's something very special about those Tellius games. It's just like the pinnacle of the series. It's just... The only thing you could criticize it for is the gameplay, and that's more so in Radiant Dawn because Path of Radiance has fairly good gameplay. With the exception of it being the Ike show from start to finish. Not so much in Radiant Dawn. It's a little bit more varied in Radiant Dawn. Because you have the branching armies and like all that stuff. Like you don't always have the same set of units that you can use. So it feels more varied, and the game definitely does feel more unique in that regard. But I mean, everything else in Radiant Dawn is just head and shoulders above the rest of the series. The story is the best they've ever done. The music, in my opinion, is the best. The animations, too. I really love the animations in Radiant Dawn. They weren't like Path of Radiance had some wonky animations. Not all of them, but specifically the wyverns didn't look very good in Path of Radiance. But that wasn't an issue in Radiant Dawn. They fixed all of that. So yeah, I've always felt that Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance were the best. Nil says, I still have Path of Radiance, but I don't have Radiant Dawn anymore. Yeah, I still have mine. Both of my copies. My day one copies of Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. They're somewhere. I think they're worth money now, too. Those games actually shot up in value like most Nintendo games do. But originally, I think more so Radiant Dawn than Path of Radiance because it was very heavily short printed. They didn't make a lot of copies of it, so they are worth a little bit of money there. The physical copies of those games. Okay, once again, we have Byleth here, but who we got to deal with that Byleth? I guess we could just go for Edelgard. We'll save Edelgard for later, though. I don't want to completely demolish this guy. Yeah, actually, is this going to be okay? Is Shez able to beat Byleth? For some reason, I feel like she can't. We're going to have effective damage. We're going to have color advantage, but I still feel like Byleth probably could beat this Shez. Yeah, I don't know if this is safe. Maybe if I had lethality on her, but let's try somebody else. Alright, I guess we'll just go with Edelgard. For lack of me coming up with anything better, we'll just use Edelgard. Calvin says save 4 would probably give +4 stats and like 30% DR. Oh god, no. We really don't need save level 4. It would have to be non-pierceable DR at this point, too. Like, it gives you 30% non-pierceable DR on enemy attacks. Because otherwise, they're just going to get demolished by all the units that cut DR now. Alright, I feel like I want to just take it easy on this turn. Not really sure what Chrom is going to do, so let's just sit tight. True damage reduction. Yeah, no, they're totally going to do it, though. And then after, of course, in true Insys fashion, after they release save level 4, on the next banner, we're going to get, like, seasonal Emblem. So you can turn off save skills anywhere you want. Or they'll make undefended, like, an actual status on a passive skill. Because Insys does not value investments. Alright, Bytex says she can really well. She doesn't even need physical null follow-up. I don't know. It felt a little bit sus trying to rely on her for all that. Alright, is there a way I can get to this Ninian? I feel like there yeah, actually there definitely is. So let's just go in. Brandigas says, if save 4 stopped pre-combat damage, what would happen to the meta? Oh, dude. If save 4 nullifies melt damage... I mean, I feel like it should, because the melt meta is way too obnoxious. There's actually, like, no way to survive. So everyone just runs Miracle on all their units now. It's really the dumbest thing in the world. So I wouldn't be opposed to that, but then at the same time, then all of a sudden saves become way too strong again. So it kind of defeats the purpose of the melt meta in the first place, which was to deal with save skills that people were complaining about. And then would that also save pre-combat damage against AoEs as well, or only passives that do that? Because, like, AoEs also do pre-combat damage in the same way as melt skills. Alright, we're getting killed on these scores. We need to do some tactical retreats here. Yeah, oh boy, 2 points higher. That's going to help us get top 100 here. Alright, this dude is a free-to-play goat. And we got all the nice merge projects there, and then legendary bitch right here. Alright, I guess we can go ahead and use this team now. Let's knock this one out. Before I'm stuck with this team that I'm not super confident in. Alright, Bitex says, I have a +3 Shez with Tempo 4 and Ruptured Sky, and she one-shot... Well, of course, if you got Tempo 4 and Ruptured Sky, I don't have all that. Did you see the build on my Shez? I have Glimmer and Null Follow-Up, bro. Not physical Null Follow-Up either, just regular old physical Null or regular old Null Follow-Up 3. Faye has become just back and forth counters against counters. Jesus Christ, Tacho. Yeah, well, that's kind of how it's always been. What do we want to do here? Oh, are we actually in trouble here? If this boy moves in and rallies on Cyril, all of a sudden Cyril can move to the space Kvaser's on. And then... Okay, well, he doesn't have any, like, desperation nonsense to worry about, so... As long as we live a hit, we probably could just enemy phase him. Alright, I guess let's go ahead and try to do that. Yeah, like if this guy goes here, rallies, and then he jumps over here. No, he would jump here, and then he could attack Shez. Okay, let me just repo Shez out of the way, then. Let's not get jumped here. Okay, exactly what I thought was going to happen ended up happening. So, yeah, sometimes it's just better to play cautiously. North says we are going to get some mid FE6 banner. Watch. Not again. They did FE6 not so long ago, didn't they? It was for the desert banner this year. So I would not want FE6 again so soon. Especially not if they're going to put freaking Sophia on there again. Like, I have so had it with Sophia. I've had it with Lilina too, honestly. Like, Lilina and Sophia are on thin ice for me. We've gotten way too many copies of them. They have overstayed their welcome. Feels like threats and tanks need to be more nuanced instead of kill everything or live everything. Yeah, pretty much. Like, there's no middle ground in this game. It's always the extremes. You either can destroy everything in one hit, or you tank everything on the enemy's team completely. There's no middle ground. I'm not sure if there even would be a middle ground either, because, like, how would they do that? How would they manage to balance the game that it's, like, actually in terms of, okay, this unit can be okay against, like, half of their team, but then all their units is too much, and then maybe there's a unit you can't beat in one round of combat. You need 2 units to gang up on them. I don't know. There's no balancing this game anymore. We're just, like, long past that point. Oh, Null C4. Well, I guess she defaults with that, right? So, maybe Hinoka is not such a good idea for this one. Could Satyr beat her with Brave attacking? Because we're going to be able to cut DR with every hit with Camilla. So, like, if Satyr gets to hit Alear 4 times, could we just blow her up? I'm not going to risk it. I have no confidence in that. Let's just go for this guy. Yeah, I doubt we're going to have any issues with him. Calvin says that sounds like normal Fire Emblem to me. Yeah, well, Fire Emblem is all about, like, action economy. Like, try to one-round KO everything, and then if you've got Gale Force or if you've got some ability that lets you take another action, then go for it. This is why dancers are always really good, and also why, like, Kanto and Gale Force are always really good. These games are just very similar to chess if you think about it. Like in chess, how do you win in chess? You want to just get the best positioning, right? So, in order to do that, you need to be able to move your pieces wherever you want. So that's why things like Kanto and Gale Force are so powerful. I've used this analogy before, but imagine in chess if you could move the queen and capture a piece, and then move the queen out of the way in the same turn. Like, that's basically what Kanto is. And if you could do that in chess, it would drive you nuts. Like, who the hell wants to play chess when the queen can move twice in a turn? Bytech says, also, I have a rant about Arena. I hate having to re-roll for a reasonable amount of score and then ending up against a team with a plus 10 Winter Byleth and Brave Corrin and some stupid unit I can't kill. Yeah, Arena got a little better, actually, though, with the bonus Legendary Hero giving you maximum score every fight and then also letting you lose one unit in the fight, too. So, that, I think, is okay. But, yeah, like, Arena, when you don't have the bonus Legendary and you gotta fish for score, Arena can be very unfun. Alright, Brannigan says, yeah, it's very similar to chess, except right now every unit is the queen. Pretty much. Yeah, I mean, that's how it would be. Every unit is a queen, and every queen can move, capture a piece, and then move again after that. Like, when is the balance patch coming? When's the balance patch for Faye? When they gonna let us capture en passant? Let our pawns, our demote, and free-to-play units actually be useful. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and blow another tactical retreat just to get a better score. This mode is the one that drives me nuts, though, when it comes to scoring. Because you really get one run and only 2 mulligans to get better scores. So if the game wants to kill you and give you scores like this the whole time, there's not really anything you can do about it. So, like, this mode, Arena Assault, is the most annoying one. Thank God not a lot of people take this one seriously, so it's easy to at least get top 1K. Nils Frazier says, last week I went up against a team with plus 10 Winter Edelgard and Duo Crom, plus 10 Legendary Camilla and Ninja Camilla. I'm free to play, so my team stood no chance at all. Yeah, there's no free-to-play unit that's going to save you against all that, unfortunately. Even the best, like, the best offensive free-to-play unit we have right now, I think, is Pan. But, like, even him, he gets better with support from units like this one, where you can allow him to cut DR in half. So, for you to get the most out of even the free-to-play units, the good ones, you still have to have the exclusive, like, 5-star units. Alright, last fight. Let me not mess this up. Special Spiral 4, Shez. Okay. I don't know if I would go with that now. I'd probably just go Tempo 4 or, like, Physical Null follow-up on her. But, okay. Alright, then this... Oh, this unit could be interesting with a Refine. Yeah, this is one of those hidden duo heroes that could actually serve to get better. Because they give out Null follow-up and also Pulse on their duo skill. So it's a pretty good duo skill, and it's reusable as well. Like, odd number turns, that's every other turn you could pop this. And you're just getting Null follow-up and times Pulse support. And them being a melee flyer, they can make good use of, like, Guidance 4, Soaring Guidance. And they're a dragon, too, so they have better options for the beast skills. Like, they don't necessarily have to go Guard Bearing 4 or Aerial Maneuvers or whatever. If they wanted to, and if they want to be real nice in the future, give us Dragon Wall 4. That could be an option for this unit. So, like, all they're really waiting on is just a Refine. Alright, let's go ahead and put Hinoka there so we can just get charge everywhere. And let me make sure we're not going to get jumped by any of these bozos. Alright, Wacky Warrior says, have you seen my player face Sully? All the new skills has made even her low attack amazing to kill things. Yeah, a lot of skill power creep has been going on where we've got stuff like Assassin Strike and Flared Sparrow that... And also No Quarter as well. You could just kill anything now, just based off how strong the inheritable skills have become. But, see, the problem, though, is that if you build Sully like that and she can kill anything, the same is pretty much said about, like, all the exclusive 5 stars, and then they're doing a million other things, too. They're not just killing things. Like this unit here, she can kill whatever, and then she can also possibly end people's turn, and she also has the duo skill. Right, so, like, where we are in the game right now, it's just which units have the most functions that they can do. And those are the units that are turning out to be the best ones. Okay, Byleth just being annoying in the corner there. I'm surprised Camilla can almost kill him, though. That is the power of melt damage. Oh, she actually... will she actually kill if I get maximum Blade Session? Maybe. I might also have to get Peony in the same row, too, but let's see here. Alright, we'll go for Satyr here. I'm going to dance her with Peony, and then we're going to try to see if we can get that Byleth KO with Camilla here. Okay, we go right there. Alright, then we go for this dance over here. Oh, maybe Satyr does it now, too. Oh. No, this guy has Scowl. I forgot, this kid has Scowl, so we can't actually do that. I would have to get Camilla in the same column, right? So, let's see. How would I get Camilla in the same... Should I just pop this unit's duo skill here? Or maybe we just, like, save Byleth for the end? I don't know. I'm thinking that's what I'm going to just do right here. Sure. Brandon says, I don't think I'll be too upset if Faye gets end of service at some point. I think it makes so much money that a Faye 2 would be inevitable. That would be the worst thing to happen, though. That's the absolute worst case scenario. End of service, and then they announce Faye 2 at the same time. So now we got to spend all our money over again to get back all of our favorite characters. That is the biggest insist move I could see happening, though. That is absolutely what they would do. Knowing this company... All right, Bytex says use the duo and then Satyr gets the brave and kills. Yeah, well, we don't need to do any of that. We just had to save Byleth for the end. Okay, so there we go. We got this run out of the way. Let's see what our score is. Probably pretty bad because they cucked us on all the fights there. Yeah, not even 5,400. Yeah, not even top 100. Yep, pretty bad. What are you going to do, though? This mode is the most annoying to get a good score on. And that's pretty much everything to do here. I did my arena run already. I had to run... Who was it? Marth? Yeah, Legendary Marth is the bonus legendary this round, so I ran him. And we got to this score, which is pretty good. Yeah, we seem to be able to maintain the crown this week, so that should be fine. And we got trailer in 5 minutes. So, let's just chill out until then. Alright, Chris Lee says, what would a Fae 2 even look like or be about? Okay, we've moved from Norse mythology, and now we're going into Egyptian mythology. How about that? Like, do it like the God of War style. Where God of War... The original God of War games were in Greek mythology, then they did Norse mythology, and then it seems like the next set of God of War games are going to be in Egyptian mythology. So, maybe Fae is going to follow suit. We're going to do Egyptian mythology next for Fae 2. I would be okay with that. Dude, the Egyptian waifus are always the best in every single game. Like, why is that? I don't know what it is, man. Egypt has the best mamas. Like, the Ascended Lake Jarn, where is she? Yeah, like, the Egyptian motif is always the best. At least I think so. That is a baddie right there. Yeah, so, like, what would we get? Like, Cleopatra as one of the legendary heroes in Fae 2? Don Fluffles, what's up, man? Shigehiro Suzuki says we don't have Ascended Beast units. Yeah, we don't. That is true. We have a rearmed Beast unit, surprisingly. I don't know why they did that. When there's like nobody to give that weapon to. What would have been okay is if they allowed every beast to inherit that weapon instead of just making it cap locked. But no, it's just like every single unit or every single cavalry beast unit can get it. All 5 of them. Right? Egyptian OC waifus. Yeah, yup. Chris Lee, he's speaking my language there. The brown honeys, yup. He guesseth, yeah. Japanese mythology would be... Oh, yeah, Japanese mythology would be pretty cool, too. Any of the mythos that has a pantheon of gods instead of just one. Like the boring European cultures where there's only one god in their religions. I like the religions where they have multiple gods. Like, you got Zeus and Hades and Poseidon and stuff. That's in Greek mythology. And then you got... like Norse mythology, you got Thor and Loki and Odin and stuff. Then in Egypt, you got Horus and Ra and Osiris and like all that. It just adds more flavor to the culture. All right, we got 1 minute to go until showtime. So let's start refreshing X here. All right, let me see if I can find this trailer, if it's up yet. No spoilers, by the way, guys, if y'all see the trailer before me. Alright, it's not on X yet. And it's not on YouTube yet, either. Epo says, is the stream gonna die again? I hope not. I actually did the smarty pants move, and I turned the, I turned back the settings, because the reason why the stream kept dying the last times that I was doing it was because I had the, I had the bitrate set too low, and then I had the video set to 4K. Because usually I record videos in 4K, but I live stream in 1080p. Alright, guys, so we have the trailer. Let's go ahead and take a look at this bad boy and see what we got cooked up. Hey, what's poppin', fellas? It's your boy here, and we back. We got some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and we have another trailer for the game. So, let's peep this, see what's going on. We have this on X, so that's where we're watching it. I'm not sure if it's up on YouTube yet. Okay, so we are starting off with Rosado. My thumbnail was accurate. We did end up getting the Elusia Dream. So, Rosado, of course, is going to be an Axe Flyer type. Nobody thought any different. Okay, Axe of Adoration, 16 might and 1 range, -1 special trigger. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, inflicts attack speed and defense -X on the foe, where X is 16 minus the foe's max special cooldown count value times 2, with a minimum of 8, and if the foe has no special equipped, then X is automatically 8. Okay, a minimum of 8. Interesting. So their maximum special cooldown count value, let's say they have a 5-hit special like Ether or Gale Force. So 5 times 2 would be 10 minus 16 for 6. So the lower cost specials they got, the better your stat drops are going to be. Reduce damage from foes' first attacks by 40%, and that is Brave DR, so their Brave hits are also reduced. Grants special cooldown charge +1 per attack. And reduce the percentage of foes' non-special DR by Y. Yeah, here we go with the X and Y and the plotting of points and the line graph nonsense. If foes' defense is better than the foe's res at the start of combat, Y is 70. Otherwise, Y is 30. 70% DR cut is insane. He's probably going to have a lot of defense then. And then during combat, he recovers 7 HP after combat. Or the DR cut is during combat, and then he recovers 7 HP afterwards. Pretty good. Okay, now we got Bonfire Earth Wind boost, so that they are actually listening to me, and they're doing more of the boost skills. But this is not the one we want. We want Earth Fire boost, or Wind Fire boost, the one that gives attack and speed. And then we have Wyvern... Oh! Is this what I think this is? Level 4 Wyvern... What was it? Flow Flight? Wyvern Rift. Inflicts attack and defense -4 on the foe during combat. If unit speed is better than foe's defense, or unit speed and defense is better than the foe's speed and defense -10, excluding effects from Phantom. Unit deals +X damage, excluding when dealing damage with AoE specials, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by X during combat. Okay, it does look like it's Wyvern... Not Wyvern Flight, Flow Flight here, because you're getting the true DR and true DR piercing, or true points of damage and then true points of DR, basically. Yeah, reduce damage from foe's first attack by X during combat. X is unit's defense at the start of combat -35 with a min of 0 and a max of 7. They should not have had a maximum there, but then that would have been way too OP, though. Yeah, so you can only do a max of 7 points of damage and then 7 points of DR. And this is for Brave attacks, too. First attack normally means the first strike. Otherwise, it's like Brave attacks. So, Brave attack, true DR, and true damage reduction. Interesting. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. Foe cannot make a follow-up attack. And increases the speed difference necessary for foe to make a follow-up by... Wow. That is really strong. So it also gives you the Diamant effect? What? Yeah, no, this is cracked. What the hell? So it's making you better at winning speed checks. Then it's giving you Brave, True DR, and True DR reduction. Like, okay. Yeah, Flow Flight just went nuts on that level 4. Okay, so here is Rosado fighting Robin there. Alright, looks like Rosado has pretty good artwork, which we would come to expect from units released nowadays. Okay, Kagetsu is up next. So who's going to be the other... Who's going to be the demote, I wonder? Is it going to be Zelkov? So Kagetsu is going to be a sword infantry... Oh, wait a second. He's the demote? Oh, no. There's some shenanigans going on. If he's the demote and he's in the second slot, that means we're about to get like an arcane and an attuned hero back to back. So Reversal Blade Plus, 14 might, 1 range. If unit initiates combat or is in 2 spaces of an ally, grants all stats of 4 to unit during combat, and inflicts a penalty on all of foe stats during combat equal to the current bonus on each of foe stats times 2. So this is basically... What would we call this? Like, just nullify all their bonuses, essentially. Well, it's a little bit more. It's flip all of their bonuses into penalties. So, like, if they're at all stats of 6, then you flip it into all stats minus 6. Alright, then we have Moonbow, Attack and Speed Ideal 3, and Null Follow-Up. That Null Follow-Up on a banner demote is actually pretty good. Because, like, so far, the only Null Follow-Up copies we've got are from Grail units. I'm surprised they would do Kagetsu dirty like that and make him the demote, because he was very popular. Alright, so who's going to be the rearmed? Okay, so is it a staff Hortensia? Guys, did we win? Oh, shit. It is a staff Hortensia. Bro, Tacho out here predicting everything. On the live stream, this was what I said I wanted to happen. Wow, how did I know, man? How did I know? Flying Staff Hortensia, and she's a rearmed hero. Okay. So what do we got? Oh, we also have her stat line here. So 38 HP. She's probably getting plus 6 from somewhere. So I would say 59 attack, and then 47 speed, 16 defense, 34 res. She's got a brand new special. Arcane Staff at last. They finally heard our cries for mercy on these staff units that just keep getting shafted. Alright, Arcane Charmer, 14 might, 2 range, -1 special trigger, but can't go below 1. So that's of course because a lot of the staff specials have 1 special cooldown. Alright, recovers 7 HP to allies in 3 spaces a unit after their combat. Oh. So the Saline effect and the Guinevere effect. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants all stats of 5 to unit during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up. Grants special acceleration on hit per attack. And deals plus 7 damage during combat. Okay, not too shabby. -1 special trigger is pretty huge for staffs. Because, like, the staff special, the offensive staff specials are pretty good. Like Light's Restraint and Holy Pressure and stuff like that. And it's also giving you the acceleration as well. The problem, though, is that this is not offering that much firepower in terms of, like, stats. Like, you're only getting the 7 true damage and the all stats of 5. Some of the arcane weapons are way above that right now, like Arcane Void and also Arcane Threma and things like that. But finally, we got something for staff units, so this is good. All right, we got Rescue Plus, Glitter of Light. So 3-hit special. If an assist is used, unit special cooldown count does not go down. When special triggers, boosts damage by 45% of foe's res. Calculates damage from staff after combat damage is added. If this special is triggered during combat, after combat, inflicts status on target and foes in 2 spaces, preventing counterattacks. So this is basically special flash. So Hortensia is inflicting flash there. All right, then we got Attack Speed Catch 4. We have Poetic Justice. And then we have Glittering Animus. So this is her unique C skill. Of course they would release a flying arcane hero and they're not giving her soaring guidance. Right? Because they know, man. They already know. So she doesn't have soaring guidance, which is an RIP. And her unique is in the C slot. So you can't give her that either unless you want to get rid of this. So at the start of turn, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants attack and speed up 6. Canto 1 and the following status to unit and allies in 3 spaces for 1 turn. Neutralizes penalties on unit during combat. Oh, so that's what she does. She's giving Kanto 1 attack and speed up 6 and also nullified penalties in combat support to 3 spaces. That's pretty good. Is that as good as Guidance 4 and Soaring Guidance? I don't know, but that's a really nice support. Then at the start of turn, if unit's HP is over 25%, inflict speed and res -6, panic and discord. Okay, so another panic at the discord unit. On closest foes and any foes in 3 spaces of those foes through the next actions. That's a wide radius. And if unit is in 3 spaces of an ally, grants attack and speed up 5 to unit and nullifies guard. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, lots of debuffing there. Lots of support. Is that going to be enough, though, for her to, like, make her super relevant? The Kanto 1 support is really good, actually. Man, they really had to put that in the C slot, though. They couldn't give her a different, like... They couldn't have that in the A slot. So we could still run Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4. And then finally, the attuned hero, who I'm sure is going to be Ivy. Yes, it is Ivy. Okay, so Bay is here, the Snow Queen. God, I love Ivy so much. Okay, she is going to be a Blue Tome Flyer. Here are her stats. Oh my god, that is not okay. What in the world is this? Soaring Guidance Echo? Fuck out of here, man. Don't do this. No. Okay, we got 41 HP. We have probably getting +6 from somewhere, so 61 attack, and then... She's kind of slow, actually, but I guess the other Ivy, the summer one, was kind of slow as well. So, what is this? 34 speed, and then 26 defense and 30 res. Where is she getting speed from? Oh, Hortensia, right? So that's +6 to both. Alright, sure. And she attacks 3 times, because why not? A triple attack. Marth was not good enough. Now we need to have more units that can attack 3 times. Okay, Icebound Tome, 14 might, 2 range, -1 special trigger. If unit is on a team with unit's support partner, unit can move to a space in 2 spaces of any support partner in 3 spaces of unit. That's a really strong effect, actually. This is one of the most underrated things about that Summer Ivy, is that she has insane amounts of mobility. So, like, this unit, if you give her pass, then she can just bypass Warp Bubble and move wherever the hell she wants. And then she's got a triple attack. Like, that's covering a lot of ground. If unit is not on a team with their support partner, at the start of turn, unit can move 1 extra space. Okay. So she just... If you don't want her to warp, then she can just move 3 spaces and be a 3-movement flyer type. If unit initiates combat or foe's range is 2, grants all stats of X to unit during combat, where X is 25% of foe's attack at the start of combat, -4. With a max of 14 and a min of 5, so all stats of 14, basically. Neutralizes effects that inflict guard on unit. Reduce damage from attacks during combat by percentage equal to 20 plus the number of spaces from starting to ending position of whoever initiated combat, with a max of 5 times 10. For her to move 5 spaces, she would have to use her support warp effect, or have, like, Soaring Guidance from an ally to let her warp in. So that would be 5 times 10 for 70. Or, no, 5 times 10 for 50 plus 20, which is 70. 70% initiate DR, possibly, and then unit deals damage with a follow-up attack, recovers 7 HP to unit. Triggers even if no damage is dealt. Okay, so no sign of her, like, triple attack, her brave attack effect anywhere there, so probably going to be on a passive. And we got Luna as the special. Obsession. So, at the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants all stats of 9 to unit during combat. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up. Foe cannot make a follow-up. And also, when unit performs a follow-up, neutralizes damage reduction effects from non-special skills. Oh my god, dude. She just cuts DR and has a triple attack. Nah, bro. That's some bullshit. And she moves 1 billion spaces. And she's a flyer. And she has Soaring Echo. Yeah, no, this is nuts. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, and if decreasing the speed necessary to make a follow-up attack by 25 would allow unit to trigger a follow-up, Excluding guaranteed prevented follow-ups. Triggers potent follow X%. So she has potent built in. It's not going to be as good as Marth, though, because Marth automatically checks his potent number as being 100 all the time. Whereas other units, they have to go through a bunch of hoops. Like, it could be 80% or 40% of how much damage you're going to do. So not as insane on her, but then understand that she is also nullifying enemies' DR when she attacks. Yeah, that's pretty nuts. That's pretty good. And then we have Attack and Res Far Trace 4. Okay, so another Far Trace here. Level 4. Deadly Miasma again, so this is off of Legendary Camilla now. This is going to be... This is actually really good on Ivy. Because it's adding a lot of DPS to her. All stats -5, and then it lulls all their enemy bonuses. And it also can change terrain, too, if you need to do that. So, like... This is a really good DPS skill, especially on a unit with a triple attack that nullifies DR. And then, here we go, this bullshit here. Soaring Echo. Infantry and flying allies in 2 spaces can move to a space within 2 spaces of the unit. That is just bullshit. That is absolutely bullshit, because Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4, the only thing they have as an advantage over this is that they give you the drive, attack, and speed, and the drive null follow-up, which is completely irrelevant. Like, that has never been the reason why Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4 have been so good. It's because of this line here. The ability to warp. Having this on an Echo skill is just... This is asinine, man. Now Deadly Miasma has nothing to compete with in the C skill. Because the reason why we wouldn't run it is because of Soaring Guidance and Guidance 4. That's not the case anymore. If you have Soaring Guidance in your Echo skill, then Deadly Miasma is all of a sudden the best C skill for flyers. So yeah, this is bananas, man. What the hell did they do here? We really did not need literally the best passive in the game to be a freaking Echo skill. Oh god, they've gone out of control with the power creep. This is actually like not okay. This is not okay, man. We went from Christmas to Leon to this. When does it end? When will we catch a break from all this? So, who is going to be the Grand Hero battle? Is it going to be Hyacinth, or is it going to be one of the other... Is it going to be Goldberry? Or is it going to be Hyacinth as our free character? I'll have to check that later. Obviously, I can't check it right now because my phone is in the other room. And then we can spark twice on this banner. That's probably not a bad idea. Like, you're going to want to stock up. If you spend money on the game, you're going to want to stock up on as many IVs as you can get. But, like, is there anything else here that's valuable? I guess Rosato's B skill is really valuable. Hortensia's weapon, if you finally want to get staff units out of staff hell. Like, her staff can be an upgrade. Yeah, man, I don't even know anymore. This game, I don't know, guys. So, yeah, Ivy is cracked. If you wanted my opinion, there you go. So, this is your boy Tacho signing out. Make of this what you will. And I'll catch you guys again on the flip side. Alright, Susie Jin says GHB is Mauvier. Okay. Oh, Mauvier is pretty good. I wouldn't have expected him for this, though. Like, I would expect him for a late... Maybe, like, the Soulm banner. Or later. Ugh. I don't really have orbs right now, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to summon. I would love to get a copy of Ivy, though. And she's an attuned hero, too. So when you're summoning your copies of her for the fodder, she doesn't go away. So I get to keep my Ivy this time. It's not like the summer Ivy situation where I had to lose her. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is the dumbest shit in the world. This Soaring Echo, they seriously did that. I can't believe it. Okay. Alright, guys. I think we're going to wrap up the stream there because I don't even know anymore. It's like they're testing the waters. They're trying to see how much bullshit they can put out before people actively just start quitting the game for real. Like, how many whales can they milk before the whales just start to say no? It's the same thing as the Pokemon thing, where the Pokemon games keep getting worse and worse progressively. They keep cutting content and cutting features. And they know they can get away with it, because, like, everyone's still going to buy it. Like, who is not going to buy the new Pokemon game? Right? So, like, they just keep on cutting out features, cutting out content. And here, they just keep ramping up the power creep until it gets to a point where everyone is pissed off. But the whales are still going to buy it, because they're way too deep into it, man. The whales have spent so much money that for them to just quit the game now, they would feel like they wasted their investment. So, yeah, that's probably why. But I don't know, man. I'm done. That's all for tonight, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out and enjoying this wild ride. And I will catch you guys again